So we're out here today. I'm going to show you how I go about spraying a garage door. We're going to get ready to mask it and spray it. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks along the way. So first off, I always raise my garage doors up about this high because I don't want to have to bend over to mask. We got to mask this weather strip. I'm going to run my hand along this bottom, make sure there's no debris on the bottom, and then I'm going to begin masking. So we got this weather strip exposed right here. Just going to use 9-inch paper, 1-inch frog tape, production tape. Going to mask this off. We don't want to get any paint on this weather strip.
All right, is that it for you today, Chris?
Yeah, just some inch and a half pro-grade frog tape.
Right on, you want that on the account?
Yeah, just throw it on the counter.
We also got some new products. If you want to check this out, this is a new roller keeper we just got in.
Cool.
We also have a 2-inch and a 4-inch 2-edge flex knife. If you want to check those out as well.
Oh, cool. That'd be good for a video. Give me a 2-inch and a roller keeper and just throw that on the
Right on. All right, you're good to go.
Oh, have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Later. See, the masking process is made really fast using a hand masker and a tough gaff. Now I'm going to fold this up, tuck it on the other side. I'm going to tack it up. Now sometimes when you lower your garage door, the sensors, the paper will interfere with the sensor, so you just have to hold the button down without releasing it to get the garage door to lower. I'm going to look at that, make sure everything is covered. If I have any spots that were missed, just touch up tape across the bottom, just like that. Now I'm going to mask down here the concrete. I don't want to get any overspray on the concrete. I want to mask far enough inside that when my garage door comes down, it's setting on the paper. I want to tack everything down really good because I don't want the paper flipping up and hitting the wet door. Sometimes this trim is up high enough that you could tuck it underneath. If you can, you want to tuck it underneath, just like that. You don't want these flaps hanging out to flip up. Now the garage door, I can see where it comes down on the concrete, so I'm going to run paper right along that, far enough back that my garage door will set on that. I'm going to run 2 rows of paper. Now I'm going to be tacking these ends down. I'm going to tack it down a few places in the middle. Now I'm just about ready to lower the garage door down. So some people may be uncomfortable with just 2 rows of paper, you know, overspray wise. If your sprayer pressure is set properly, if you got a tip, the proper tip, you're not going to get overspray out farther than this. You could drop a drop cloth, but been doing this for 20 some years this way. I've never got overspray, you know, out beyond 2 rows of paper. It's never left a line. Now I'm going to lower my garage door down. You can see right there the sensors sense the paper. So want to hold the garage door button down. So it's not overriding it by holding the button down. So I'm just gonna release the garage door. Just pull it down manually. There's a handle on the garage door. There's a handle on the garage door. We're gonna wanna mask that handle since we power washed it. I'm gonna check my door, make sure there's nothing stuck on it. Now I'm gonna get ready to spray it here. Now, some people may question, there's a car behind here. Is overspray gonna go, through there and get on the car? And it's not going to. There's a couple reasons why. There's weather strips in between these garage doors, and then it kind of has a J figure to it where when they overlap, nothing will go right through it. It's an insulated garage door, so no paint overspray is going to go through it. Some people might question, what about the sides of the garage door behind, weather strips? We typically do not paint behind the weather strips. You can see it's never been painted before because the weather strips in the heat will tack to the paint, and it could damage the garage door opener when opening the garage door if the paint tacks to the weather strip. And I know that from experience because it's happened to me before with a customer. So you can paint behind it if you feel confident it's not going to stick. I'm just not confident it's going to stick. The garage door, occasionally there's some movement in it, and if there's a big color difference, you might see a line and you can go touch that up, if customer ever calls you about it. Now the garage door is ready to spray. I'm not worried about overspray here. Control your overspray by the pressure on the pump. Pump is about 2200 PSI. I'm spraying with a 517 tip here, production tip. Now I'm going to get ready to spray. I like to spray from right to left, and I spray up and down. So I walk the garage door once. If you spray, horizontally, you're walking the garage door quite a few times. So I like to just walk it one time and that's it. I like to use an extension so I don't have to bend over or reach very far. It's a lot easier on you using an extension. I'm going to spray overlapping 50%, 2 passes on my first pass and on my last pass, because your first pass you won't get 50% if you move over on the first edge. So here we go. So you can see the garage door turns a little bit, so I actually turn my gun like that to get it to turn like the door. I'm testing out a sprayer right here, a dyno. It's a DPX6. It's not keeping up very well. So it's beginning to tail because the pressure is dropping. So that'd be one of the drawbacks to using one of these small sprayers. You can see if I release my trigger, it helps the sprayer out. So some people may ask, hey, is using one of these sprayers, is it good enough? It's like a couple $100 sprayer, like these Harbor Freight sprayers. You see, it starts out really good when the pressure's up, it doesn't tail. So now the garage door is sprayed, and a little quick tip: if you don't raise the garage door right now, you could get paint tacking from the weather strip to the door, and when you go to raise the door, I've had it happen. This is experience. It glues itself to the weather strip, and I've ripped out the garage door opener out of the door before. So if you let it dry down, you'd want to take like a 2-edge knife or something like this and run it through, and either cut it and make sure it's not bridging, or you raise it up right now. I like to raise it up right now, about halfway, and kind of that way. We don't have wind coming down and blowing debris on the bottom of the door while it's wet and stuff. It's a nice cool day, not cool, but it's a hot day, but not windy. So it's sprayed now. I'm going to raise it up. After I raise it up, I like to remove the masking down here so it doesn't pack to the bottom or bridge to the bottom. So I'm just going to pull this off. Just like that. So now the garage door is sprayed. I'll let it dry, raise it all the way up, and then we'll hand do our trim. We'll leave the masking down here so we have masking to hand do our trim.
New items for you today is do another one. I'm not even like, I was gonna ask you, I was gonna say, do you want a bag or something like that, but then I forgot.